My name is Daniella Chiamaka. I am an architect by profession and a shoemaker by craft. All right. So I studied architecture in Abusali University, Eboma, for 8 years, down to my master's level. So I am a certified architect. Why shoemaking? My passion for shoemaking started from my love of the smell of leather. I love the smell of leather, actually. But I realized that leather signifies luxury, and there's a way you're going to put on a leather product and you will look much more classier and expensive than you already are. So I love shoemaking. While I was in school running my master's, I decided that I should go full with the craft shoemaking and make it unique, thereby merging the fundamentals of architecture into shoemaking. So that is, a good shoe must have balance, must be aesthetically pleasing, that's beautiful, must have structure, must be comfortable, must be durable. Yes, emphasis on durable. I actually prefer that shoes should be very solid and can last you for a really long time. That's why in Dee Ell Africa, we don't go for anything less than the original. What inspired me to really take shoemaking as a profession? Well, while I was in school, my friends called me scissors leg. Actually, any slippers I wear or sandals I wear will cut. And at some point, I stopped feeling guilty about it. I realized that most of the footwears we were producing at that time were not durable enough. So I decided that I can change the narrative. I can produce very durable shoes. And I decided to go into it fully as a profession. What birthed the name Dee Ell Africa? It's a very interesting story. So my name is Daniella, okay? Everybody calls me Daniella, but I have nicknames, of course. So some people call me D, that's D-E-E, and some people call me Ella. Some people call me L. So there was a day that one of my housemates, like my hostel mates, was passing by my room, and he was like, D. I didn't answer. I didn't want to let him know that I was around. And he was like, L. I didn't answer. He was like, D and L. And I was like, I answered. I was like, yes, I like that name. That was how Dee Ell came, and it has evolved over several names. Dee Ell Footwear, Dee Ell Concepts, until we settled for Dee Ell Africa, because we are taking Africa to the world. So that's how I started Dee Ell Africa. So our biggest triumph, God has been helping us. So we have gotten several recognition, but the one that really stood out was when we had access to a grant, some funding. So we're funded by 54 collectives. So we were part of the people who got access to the grant, and till now we're really grateful about that, because we got access to some machines. We're able to get about 15 machines, small, big sewing machines, filing machines. There were just several, and it really boosted our business to another level. It made Dee Ell Africa become a premium brand. We're able to brand, we're able to reach more clients, and thankfully that has been our biggest win so far, but we hope for more. In the next 5 years, we are in 2025 now, by 2030, we are aimed at being one of the top 5 biggest leather brands in Africa. Okay, so my message to aspiring shoemakers, people that are in this craft: learn the business of shoemaking. Let me say it again. Learn the business of shoemaking. There's a difference between the art of shoemaking, the craft of shoemaking, and the business of shoemaking. You can be a very good craftsman, but you don't know how to sell your product, or you don't know how to place value on your product. It's the value you place on your product and the way you present it to your clients and your customers that is going to put value on that product. So the challenges in this shoemaking, as a CEO and the owner of a business brand, one of the major challenge that we have is staffing. we have a major challenge sourcing for professional staff who really know this craft, because there are lots of roadside shoemakers and people who really don't know the work. The people who are professionals, they rather own their own brand. They don't want to really work for somebody. So one of the issues we have is staffing. That's a major issue we have right now. So we initiated a concept of apprenticeship. So we call it the deep bench. So in this deep bench, we have apprentices that come to train for 3 months, and after their 3 months, they do an extra internship for another 3 months, training another set of apprentices. So it's going to be like a rotational training. So by the time they finish their total 6 months, that's 3 months in training, 3 months in internship, while training another set. So by the time their 6 months is over, there will be another set of apprentices that will be able to do the work while they are gone. So this new set will also train another set. So it's going to be a rotational training. That's the solution we got for the staffing issue. So how the craft is impacting the environment and the people around us. So we are actually on a project. Our revamp project is one of the biggest projects we have in Dee Ell, Africa. We are well known for it. So what we do is that we repair and revamp old shoes, old bags, old leather products, so that we can reduce the rate of production. The rate of production in this country and even in Africa is very high, and that's increasing waste. So there are some SDGs of Nigeria, okay, and those goals, those development goals, they actually, one of them is pollution, to eradicate pollution, and one of them is to actually improve life in water, life on land. So we have a lot of pollution from leather waste and rubber waste, and this leather waste and rubber waste, they take a lot of time, like 3 to 5 years to disintegrate, and we are trying to curb that. We're trying to avoid that, so we actually embarked on this revamp journey. Also, we have a lot of clients who really appreciate that we are professionals in this. So people are actually grateful for the service that we render.